Now, if you want to just say what you had for breakfast, so that we can get a level of your tone.
Grapefruit and toast.
We had grapefruit and toast.
Well, you're forgetting the gin.
Oh no, we didn't.
Oh, no, we
had
didn't.
the gin just before lunch.
Oh, just before lunch. Oh.
In the middle of the morning.
Yes. After coffee.
Oh.
We look after ourselves,
Yes,
right?
that's good.
Why not? Can't be too long now.
So then, okay, so what we'll do then is when Vince is ready, did you get enough of a feed on that, Vince?
Yeah.
Okay. When Vince is ready, I'm going to get you to, oh, he might move me. Where do you want me? Okay, there's your water over there. And I'm going to get you just to look just at me, and you start by telling me, you know, who you are, what your age is, what course you did at Falcon Field, and then just take me through the whole process of going to Arizona, and I'll just if I have any questions, or even if you want to start again, you just do whatever you want to do, because whatever it will be edited anyway, so you don't have to worry if you're saying the wrong thing, or you just keep on talking.
I should sure to say the wrong thing.
Well, that's fine. We don't mind. We're okay with that.
Good.
So whenever you want to start, you just go ahead.
What now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Your
Oh,
name?
yes. My name is John Anthony Allt, A-L-L-T. I was on course 19. I went over to America, to Arizona, on the Queen Mary, and went by train down to Arizona.
You were happy there.
I thoroughly enjoyed my time on course 19. I probably wasn't very good at what I did, but I enjoyed it. The first instructor I had was Mr. Moses. He took me on PT-17s, and he was very good indeed. I then eventually went on to Harvard's, and I had another instructor, a young fellow of 21, who had done something like 2,000 flying hours, and he was a good instructor. Yes, I generally had a good time at Falcon Fields. They had a lovely swimming pool in the middle of the concept, yes. It was very good. We used to go swimming every evening. And I can always remember when I arrived at Falcon Fields on the first day, we went into the canteen, and back home, my sister and I used to share one egg between us. We used to cut it in half, and she had one half and I had the other. And when I got to Falcon Fields, we went into the canteen, and I was asked, "How many eggs do you want?" Which was quite amazing. Yes, we were rather spoilt. About the only other thing I remember was we used to have to run round the field at Falcon Fields, which was 1 mile square. So you ran for about 4 miles. We used to try and get out of that arduous task.
How old were you when you How old were you when you went to Arizona? And then tell everyone how old you are now.
When I went to Arizona, I was 21. I was in a reserved occupation. I was with the National Coal Board, and that particular job was reserved, and I had to volunteer for the RAF, or else I wouldn't have been accepted.
How old are you now?
How old am I now? I'm 99 and a half. In January next year, I should be 100 in another approximately 6 months' time.
And then what excursions? Do you remember taking any excursions when you were there?
Yes, I can remember hitchhiking to San Francisco. I can remember hitchhiking to the Grand Canyon, and and I hitchhiked down to the Mexican border.
Did you go on your own, or did you go with some of your fellow
No, I went
flyers?
with normally one other fellow. Yes. Certainly I went to the Grand Canyon with one other fellow, and I can always remember I'd left my money at home and I had to rely upon him for the money for the trip, which he was very generous enough to give to me.
You gave it back, I hope.
I was lodged on the Trotman family, which lived in Phoenix. They were very nice to me and very kind.
Did you ever? This is a strange question, I know. Did you ever attend any of the church services? I've been trying to work out what church everyone went to.
Yeah, I did go to one or two church services. I think it was a well-known church. I think it was a Church of England, in fact.
And then you had mentioned about food. Was there a special food that stuck out to you as your favorite?
No, not particularly. The food over there was, after coming from England, was absolutely superb. You know, we were spoilt to death. Yes, it was very, very good indeed. And
After Russia.
we were very lucky to be really sent to America and have the luxury of all the lovely food which we had there.
After you left the war, did you ever fly again?
Yes, I did a little bit of flying after the war. My cousin, who was a pilot officer, he won the round Britain race, and he was a very good flyer. But his brother was killed in the Battle of Britain. He was already a pilot when war broke out.
And then you flew you flew with him at that point, did you?
I flew with my cousin, yes, on a couple of occasions.
And the planes that you did at Falcon Field, that was what were they? They were the Stearman and the
Harvard, and the PT-17. That was a biplane. Yeah.
And that I guess that's the Stearman, is it? That plane?
What?
Is it a Stearman? Is that also called a Stearman?
I don't know.
Oh.
It probably was, but I don't know.
Did you want to fly when you went in the RAF? Did you want to fly, or it was forced
Yes,
upon you?
I thought it was going to be very much more thrilling than in fact it was. I didn't get the thrill out of flying that I expected. You know, if you drive a car fast, you get a certain amount of thrill. But you don't get the same thrill in an aeroplane because you're up in the air, you've got nothing to judge it against. It's very different.
Well, that's interesting. Now, when you were there, did you ever drive a car? Talking of cars, did you ever drive a car or have the opportunity to drive a car?
Yes, I did. The fellow who slept next to me, I think his name was Beecroft. He had a motor car. He was married, and he allowed me to drive his car on a couple of occasions.
Did you ever go to Hollywood?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you were one of the few who didn't then.
No.
A lot of people seem to go to Hollywood.
Yes, yes.
Do you feel that the experience of flying, that experience, helped you in later life?
Well, yes, I think it probably did, you know. I think a lot of the people which I met, which were directors of the coal board in the Midlands, in South Wales, and in the North West, they were directors, and they were very nice men, very pleasant to deal with. Also very pleasant to deal with was the one in South Wales as well, which was quite nice.
And then, do you recall any experience that you had on the train trip down to Arizona?
Yes, I can recall one. We were playing blackjack, which is, 21, and I won quite a lot of money.
That's worth remembering.
Yes, I won quite a lot of money.
And then can you explain about your stammer, because that was very interesting.
Well, I always stammered, from the age of, 4 or 5 years of age, and stammered very badly, in fact, very badly. In fact, I stammered so badly, I applied for something like 43 jobs before getting one at a very low salary.
All because of a stammer.
All because of a stammer. Anyway, I did end up as a director of the company I work for, and so I did quite well in the end.
So now explain about your flying experience with the stammer.
Well, it caused a certain amount of trouble. Certainly I had to, on occasions, have to go around the field again because I couldn't get the words to come out to land. So it was very difficult. It was very difficult indeed.
And then, okay, so what's coming up? There's an 80th reunion coming up. And they're going to have some type of celebration. So would you have, what would you impart to people at that reunion? What nuggets would you impart?
What nugget? Well, I rather doubt whether I should be well enough at that stage to go to that reunion. I would like to, but obviously, it depends on how well I'm feeling at that stage.
And what would you say to the people that are there, that do make it?
Well, the people that have got there are the lucky ones,
And then, okay, so Vince, can you think of things I haven't covered?
So, did you ask if he's been to one?
Oh, no, I didn't. No. Have you been back to Arizona since?
No, I haven't.
Have you been to any of the reunions they've held?
I did go to one reunion in, it must have been about 40 years ago. I went to one in the Midlands. And the reason why I went to that one is Alec Lang, who was also on course 19, he was coming over to go to that reunion from Australia. So I went to that reunion particularly to see him.
And then, do you have any? I know that you had said that Wally had come to see you. So was he in your course too? He was, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
So if you can maybe say how that you've seen him since, or.
Yeah. Well, I saw Wally. He rang me. I couldn't remember him, but he rang me and said that he was coming through Bristol and on the way to South Wales to see his son, who worked in South Wales, and could he come in and see me, which he did, and he arrived in the largest Rolls Royce that I've ever seen.
Did he come on his own, or was he with his wife?
No, he was with his wife, and they were lovely company. Yes, very pleasant indeed.
Yes, he was lovely. When you first heard that you were going to be going to Arizona, what was your thoughts?
No, I thought Arizona was in the middle of America, and I thought it was a reasonable place to go. and I was quite happy to be going there.
Did you realise it was going to be so hot?
No, I didn't. I didn't know that it was going to be as hot as it was. It was lovely, really lovely weather, marvellous.
What months were you there?
I was there from September to the following August.
Oh, so you were there during some hot weather then?
Yes.
You did have some hot weather.
Yes, certainly had some very hot weather.
Ooh. Yeah, because it can get very warm. Let me just see if I'm missing anything here. What was the most memorable part of your flight training?
I suppose I enjoyed coming into land more than most. You know, I was quite good at flying the plane and letting it letting it go. Yes, I was quite good. Yeah.
And then of your flight training, how did you like the night flying?
I liked it. Yes, I liked night flying. Yeah.
Well, that's because some people weren't too keen on the night flying. They thought it was a little bit, difficult.
Well, I enjoyed it, to be honest. Yes, I enjoyed the night flying.
Is there any other memories you can think of?
No, not offhand, no.
Okay, let me just let's see, Vince, do you have anything?
Same question. Yeah, probably do.
Are you surprised that people are still interested in you from that experience, these 80 years on?
Yes, a little surprised. Yes, I never thought I'd hear anything from Falcon Fields again, and I suppose because I've lived so long, I'm lucky enough to hear.
Exactly, very much so,
Yeah.
No, I mean, and we're just very blessed that you're able to do this today.
Yeah.
So.
I never thought I would live beyond the age of 90. And here I am, 10 years later, still hanging on.
And then you mentioned that you've gone on to do building houses and things. Just if you had to put into a nutshell what you did after, in a nutshell, what you've done with the years that have followed.
Yeah, well, I used to. I worked for.
You can't mess with this bit because that's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. It's me. Yeah. No, I used to go to Hull, and I used to purchase small vessels for carrying coal. They carried about 200 tons, and we used to bring them around to Bristol, and they used to carry coal from South Wales to St Anne's board mills. Yeah, you know, and I bought three vessels from Hull, and yes, that was good fun.
And then how did you get then from the vessels to the properties, to the building of the houses? How did you get from one to the other?
Well, it's a different period of my life. You know, I built the houses mainly more or less after I retired.
Oh, heavens above. Oh, okay, Vince, what am I missing?
If we really went over hospitality, like what did you think of the American people?
Oh, I know. What in general did you think of the American people?
They were very generous. You know, yes, very generous.
I know
Very kind to all of us who went over there. They made a big effort to welcome us to the church, to, you know, various functions which they arranged. Yeah, they were very good.
I know you'd mentioned you had the family that was, it was kind of, were they kind of given the family, that family to look over you?
Yes, 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 the Trotman family. Trotman, I haven't heard of that name for years.
Was there anyone that you, in particular, that you kept in touch with after the war?
No, not really. I suppose, you know, you're so anxious to do well in your job that, you know, that was your ambition at that stage, you know. Yes.
Do you ever regret the experience
Of what?
of going to Arizona and learning to fly?
No, I don't. No. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I don't think I was very good at the job, but I had a lot of fun.
Well, you were obviously good. You passed, and a lot of people didn't pass. So.
Well, maybe. Well, perhaps I was a bit lucky.
No, you must have been good. Anything, Vince?
No, I think I covered quite.
So is there anything else you can think of that we've missed?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Have we missed anything, Peggy?
No, I don't think so, because he always speaks of it as a happy period of his life. You know,
Yes.
He loved it, and he loved the American people, as I do.
Yeah, the Americans were
I
nice.
nearly married one, but I didn't.
Well, my sister's friend married an American.
So you spread it. You're both into the Americans.
And she got a divorce from him after about 25 years, and then she remarried him again. Surprisingly.
So she must have liked him.
So she, you know, she couldn't have thought he was too bad.
Oh, excellent. Well, I think we're pretty much set, aren't we?
All right, yeah.
I think we're good.
Good.
I think we're good. See,
We're
that
good.
was painless, wasn't it?
Very good.
That was painless.
Very interesting.
I can be released.
Exactly, you can.
Very
Get a mic
interesting.
from you, and then you'll be free.